Well, are the black and gold back? I'm not so sure yet. But what's going on, guys? My name is Antonio, and this is the All Around Sports Cast. I'm your host, Antonio. Today, we are going over the Pittsburgh Steelers, making a few signings in the free agency. Of course, signing Russell Wilson, as we all know, and then also along with Patrick Queen, and then also trading Deontay Johnson to the Carolina Panthers and trading for Dante Jackson. But with all the weapons around the Steelers, the question is, are the Pittsburgh Steelers a threat in the AFC? So I'm going to be going over the reasons why they are or aren't. I'm going to be going over what they need to do to get in their game, and then also what tasks lie in their path. But let's get this thing started off the bat. No, they are not a contender. I mean, really? You signed Russell Wilson, who has not had a winning season since he left Seattle? Are you kidding me? Heck no to that. Because Russell Wilson is past his prime. And the funniest thing would be if Kenny Pickett beat him out for the starting job. That would be very funny in my opinion. But the Steelers aren't a threat. They got loads of issues to have assessed on the offensive side of the ball. Their defense is fine. I don't know why the Steelers went after Patrick Queen when the defense is not the primary cause area of concern. Why not go after an O-lineman? Because the O-line is not great, but it's not terrible. But the Steelers are not a threat in the AFC. You got three young quarterbacks in your division to go against. You got Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and Deshaun Watson, who are all a lot better than Russell Wilson. I mean, they're a lot better than him. Russell Wilson is a below-average quarterback. Now, he did win a ring with the Super Bowl ring with the Seahawks. But since that span, he has not performed since he got his money. And this is probably pretty much for his career. And the expectation for the Steelers, in my eyes, is to go win a Super Bowl. You have the defense to do it. Not so sure about the offense. I mean, sure, George Pickens is a good receiver, but their receivers cannot even make a dang tackle on a person that recovered a fumble and then had to return for an additional 20 yards. You can't have a receiver that is out there not making an effort. You can't have that if you're the black and gold. You can't have that. And what makes you think Russell Wilson is going to be an upgrade? What makes you think that's going to be the case? Russell Wilson has underachieved since he got to Denver. In his years at Denver, he has had 2 losing seasons, no playoff appearances. The Steelers are looking for their first playoff win in a long time. They haven't won a Super Bowl since 2008. And the Steelers are not a threat. You look around at the AFC, you got the Chiefs, you got the Bills, you got the Bengals, you got the Ravens, you got the Jags, you got the Texans. You got so many teams in the AFC that are on the rise, and the Steelers are one of the ones at the bottom. Because they are just not a good team. Their defense, sure. Their offense does have a lot of concern. But the Steelers are not, and I repeat, not a threat in the AFC. You go against the Ravens, the main reason that Russell Wilson left Seattle was to get more O-line protection. Well, he didn't have that in Denver. And now you're going against the 3 most physical teams in the AFC. You got the Ravens, you got the Bengals, you got the Browns. Those are all 3 top 10 physical defenses. All of them. And their O-line is terrible. And I'm still a little upset on this Patrick Queen one because A, I wanted him in part of my team, and B, I don't understand when your offensive line is the main primary concern. Your offensive line is terrible. The weapons, there is not many big household name weapons. There's not very many. Sure, George Pickens is one of them, but he didn't even make a dang effort to try to tackle down a defender that had a fumble recovery. And Russell Wilson still can't score from the 1 yard line. That was about double burn because it burned me too. But Russell Wilson, when he went into his first game against the Seahawks since the trade, he was at the 1 yard line twice. What happened both of those times? He couldn't punch it in. And the Seahawks haven't had that situation since. Which, that was a double burn because that got me too. But the Steelers are not getting an upgrade with Russell Wilson. Can we all just calm down on this situation? Can we all just calm down? I mean, Stephen A is already saying that they're a contender. Can we calm the freak down until we see something? I mean, for real. The Steelers haven't won a playoff game in quite some time since the Ben Roethlisberger era. And what makes you... And Russell Wilson was in the NFC. Now he's in the AFC with 2 AFC teams. He was with the Broncos, and then he was with now he's with the Steelers. NFC's a whole different animal compared to the AFC. And we saw a similar thing going on with Aaron Rodgers. And the Steelers, I'm just going to say this right now. I do expect them to be either third or in last place of their division. Because they're not matched with the Browns, Ravens, or Bengals. They are not matched up with them offensively. Their offense is suspect. They were ranked bottom 25 last year under Matt Canada. And now you got Arthur Smith, who he was the head coach in Atlanta and that got fired. And now you bring him here? What makes you think that Arthur Smith is going to be an upgrade over Matt Canada? He's just as terrible. And the defense is fine. I mean, TJ Watt and those brothers, those guys are all good. But it all comes down to the offense. Offense wins Super Bowls. Period. Kansas City, they had no big weapons and then they won under Patrick Mahomes, who's a magic man. You got the Rams, who drove a drive down the field in about 6 minutes to win their Super Bowl with Aaron Donald, which I'm still happy for the brother. And then you also got like the Kansas City Chiefs, and then also along with like loads of other teams in the AFC. The Steelers are not a threat. I'm expecting them to come either in third place of their division or in fourth place, which is last place. But that's my talk for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the notification bell for day-to-day updates on my videos and live streams. I will be going over all of these free agent signings on Saturday. I'll be going over every single team on each of their moves. So be sure to stay tuned for that. But until then, I'll catch you all in the next one. So long for now.